Hey there everybody, it's George here, founder at Extension Ecom, and I'm shooting a quick video in regards to how we go about setting up our campaign structures for the 33 plus businesses that we're supporting on Amazon currently that spend a little over $500,000 a month combined. And it all starts off with just prioritizing based on the ASIN. So have like a hypothetical scenario here in terms of ASINs, and basically you're gonna have your parents, you're gonna have your child, and you're just gonna have a ton going on here. So what you wanna do is you wanna start to prioritize by sorting it by parent ASIN, and then utilize those parent family trees to create your campaigns through. So what we're gonna go ahead and do first is just go ahead and tier your products, right? So you're gonna have your tier ones, you're gonna have your tier twos, and you're gonna have your tier threes. Once we've identified what products are actually moving, volume for your business, we're gonna go ahead and start there and focus on those. Reason being that if we take a 20% increase to these guys and a 20% increase to all of these guys, we're gonna make way more cash by doing it to your top sellers, and we're gonna do it with a lot less effort. So we wanna start off here with tier one and kind of work our way down your ASINs. So what we wanna do is, kind of take down 2 parentages a week where we go ahead and we rebuild out all your campaign structure, make sure we clean it up, etc. Additionally, in week 1, we wanna start off with just clean. You're gonna see a lot of waste within your console, within your phrases and your broads and your autos, and we wanna make sure we're going in there and negating. Once we've done that, we're gonna go ahead and focus on restructuring and improving the organic rank here. So let's talk about how we go about actually doing that. So holistic ad strategy is gonna include every portion of the funnel from loyalty to purchase to consideration. You're also gonna wanna rank, and you're gonna wanna have your catch-alls. So let's break this down a little bit further. I have all of the different campaign types that you might want to run within each. So you have loyalty, where you're targeting branded shoppers, people that are searching for your branded terms. Purchases remarketing, where you're gonna be going after people who've previously bought. You have sponsored products exact and phrase targeting, going after specific terms, broad with a low bid. ASIN targeting, targeting our own ASINs within sponsored display as well. And that's gonna be cross-selling and upselling. Remarketing, a bunch of different consideration tactics here, such as targeting a little bit broader terms within sponsored products, going a little bit more aggressive on your broads, taking that ASIN targeting and expanding it, adding in some sponsored brands video, and maybe some sponsored display. And finally, we'll discuss rank and catch-alls. So let's jump into loyalty first. Every single business really should be running branded search terms, just to ensure that people that want to buy from you find you and buy from you. If a shopper's not able to find you, they're gonna go ahead and find a competitor. It might take them a little bit longer to make that decision, but if you're just not in stock or if you're just not visible, eventually they're gonna go to somebody else. Now, purchases remarketing is very good for consumable products, not as good for non-consumables. So we're talking our supplements, it's good for our grocery, we're talking beauty, really anything that can be bought again. So you want to think through how long does it take for somebody to consume this product, and go ahead and set up some sponsored display purchases remarketing within that look back. So if it's taking someone 90 days, you might want to target people that bought 90 days ago. Versus if it's a sample size, maybe it's the 30-day look back. Once you have your loyalty built out, the next step is going to be building out your purchase. This should be your low-hanging fruit, the most profitable, best return driving campaigns. So you're going to want to start off with keywords, ASIN targets, potentially doing some cross-selling, and potentially doing some remarketing. We'll get into each, and we have a legend. So green is going to be everybody should use, orange is going to be upgrade, and then blue is going to be situational. So in terms of what I'm talking about by, hey, we have purchase keywords and we have consideration keywords, the easiest way to think about it is like, let's say your product is a tote bag for shopping. Shopping tote bag would be a wonderful purchase-based keyword, right? This is highly relevant. It's very low in the funnel. If people see your product and it's at the right price and has a good detail page, they're gonna buy on the spot. Let's say you're selling a chicken chip product for dogs, right? Chicken chips for dogs is gonna be your purchase keyword. You're gonna wanna be evergreen, always on, winning that keyword. Same with 14 karat yellow gold necklace. 14 karat yellow gold necklace is a perfect example. Then we're gonna have coconut bathroom spray, right? Coconut fragrance spray for bathroom. Again, purchase keywords are really just keywords where that shopper is searching for your exact product, and they will purchase immediately. It should be your lowest hanging fruit. It should be your highest return on ad spend and potentially sales volume. So once you get those campaigns sorted, We recommend an exact, we recommend a phrase, and do some broad on a very low bid. And maybe you have some preset negatives, or just make sure you're going in and negating as you get data in for these. You can go ahead and also look into ASIN targeting. Now, some ASIN targeting criteria for you is make sure that you have some sort of competitive advantage, whether that's price, whether that's ratings, whether that's reviews, whether that's quality of the detail page. Really, those are the 4 variables there that you want to be looking at. And go ahead and target, shop listings that are advantageous for you, that you can steal sales from and generate them for your brand. Now, what you can do, this orange one, is kind of an upgrade to this campaign once you have proof of concept from other campaigns. What you can do is you can go ahead and say, hey, sponsor display, purchases ASIN targeting. We're seeing good success with ASIN 1, ASIN 2, ASIN 4, ASIN 5, 7, and some of these, right? You can say, hey, we're getting good return on those, so we want to appear in them more often. And sponsor display is going to have inventory directly on the top of the fold on that listing. So you're going to have that little banner, you're going to have below the add to cart and a little bit to the left of the add to cart, where you can go ahead and add in that additional inventory to generate some more profitable sales and traffic. Next up, you can target your own ASINs if you're looking to build out your average order value, or if you're just looking to cross-sell in general. So a great way to think about it is what products of ours go well together, and you can do it that way, or you can just go for a general kind of blanket defense and cover your listing. Next up is kind of situational purchases, which is remarketing to our ASINs. This is really the flip of purchases remarketing, where instead of consumables, this is actually really good for non-consumables. So think your high ticket products, takes a couple of days to make that purchase decision, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, $100 products, $200 products. That this ad solution really performs best for those. So for that, typically you're going to want a shorter look back. Shoppers are going to make a decision normally within 60 days. And basically what you're saying is, hey, anybody who clicked our product and didn't buy, we want to serve an ad to them so that when they do feel comfortable with making a decision, we're there, they can click on us and they can buy from us, knowing that we're a higher ticket product, knowing that that purchase cycle is a little bit longer on average. We want to leverage this ad solution. So you've gone ahead, you've built out your loyalty through branded purchases marketing. You've used some different purchase tactics to capture all the lowest hanging fruit, which should drive the highest return. And next up is to start generating brand recognition and really going broader. So the most profitable way to go broader is going to be utilizing sponsored products. So you can use different terms with an exact phrase to just, branch out a little bit. So tote bag for shopping could now be tote bag. Now tote bag could be for travel. It could be for groceries, who knows, but slightly broader. It's going to get a lot more search volume. It's probably going to convert a little bit less often, but it's good to get your brand out there to a larger market. Chicken chips for dogs turns into training treat for dogs, right? So think about, you're just growing the market slightly. Now a chicken chip for dogs 100% can be used for training treats for dogs, so that's a good next step. And then after that, right, you'd go into the broader even than that, which would be dog treats, and you want to kind of slowly work your way up. 14 karat yellow gold necklace, that could just be yellow gold necklace. That could be gold necklace, right? These shoppers are in market and they might still want a 14 karat, but they might want a 10 karat. They might want an 18 karat. So again, a little bit less profitable than our purchase-based keywords, but still highly, highly relevant shoppers. Next up, coconut bathroom spray. That could just be coconut spray. Those people could be using coconut spray for a lot of different things in their bathroom, but they do want what is in essence our product, and we're just broadening out the market. This could also be like fragrance spray for home, right? It's gonna get a little bit of a lower return, but those shoppers could buy from us. So once we get those sponsored product campaigns set up and running, we also want to look at sponsored brands, and these keywords are going to be from our purchase campaign. So you can see keyword 2 did really well, keyword 4 did really well, keyword 5 did really well. So let's go back here. That would be from these campaigns and saying, hey, these went really well in sponsored products. Let's transfer those winners over to sponsored brands. And then what we're going to do is we're going to limit ourselves, and this is like a billboard. So it's going to have higher click-through rate, it's going to drive to your store, but it's going to be less profitable, just the nature of it being a billboard versus a very organic feeling placement, that of which is sponsored products. Then we have sponsored brands video over here. Again, really high click-through rate. You just think it's a video amongst a search results page of just pure still images. So obviously it's going to get a higher click-through rate. So we want to be selective and only appear on the highest, performing terms, and make sure that we're giving ourselves a shot at running a profitable ad solution rather than just kind of spreading ourselves out. In my experience, if you just throw a ton of terms at SPV, a lot of those terms aren't going to really cut it from a ROAS standpoint. Next up, what we can do is we can take those top performing ASINs and we can move them over to Expanded. Expanded is going to essentially act like broad, so rather than just going after that exact ASIN, it's going to broaden it out and go after a lot of different ASINs. We could take our broad campaigns best keywords and we can make them a lot more aggressive. We can really ramp up the bid. And then finally, that remarketing, we can go after people who clicked on our competitors and didn't buy. They're still in market, they still want to buy. Typically these are a little bit more hard to get them to add to cart and actually purchase, and normally it's a lower returning ad solution. So I would only upgrade to this if your current remarketing is going well and you're currently tapped out on additional ways to generate some more ad spend. So now you've kind of got your baseline strategy sorted. You have your loyalty for shoppers who are looking for you. You have or previously purchased from you. You have your purchase to capture all the low-hanging fruit. You have your consideration to broaden out your market a little bit and build up some brand recognition. Last thing to do is rank. So what you want to do is you want to reverse ASIN search your product within Cerebro, and you're going to want to go ahead and identify what are some terms that we could actually stand a chance at getting to top of search for. Here you can see we're on average 19 in terms of our rank, so we stand a really good chance at moving up the playing field, and the value in that is a lot of shoppers are just going to click top of search. A lot of shoppers aren't going to go past middle of search, and a vast majority of all shoppers are definitely not making it on page 2. So if you can take a good quantity of keywords, let's say 3 to 5, and you can just go from bottom of page 1 to top of page 1, this is only like 3,000-ish searches a month, but you could really get significantly more search volume as you grow your listing. That can make you a ton of additional cash. So you want to go ahead and identify those and set aside some budget towards growing, and you want to have those on exact. You want to make sure that you're just telling the algorithm, because at the end of the day, the algorithm is just comparing your sales velocity to competitor sales velocity. So whoever's just generating more sales recently is typically going to win, and you have to be selling more than the competitors. So that's where the ads come into play, right? That ramps up that sales volume on that specific keyword, which helps you grow the rank. Finally, it's going to be catch-all. Basically, you just throw away everything we just talked about. You put everything into one campaign. You put the CPC as low as possible. These are going to be very profitable sales. It's just going to put you so broadly out there, but it's going to put you at such a low CPC that Amazon's algorithm still wants to provide a great consumer experience. So it's going to go ahead and say, hey, this product really should only be on these. This product should be on those, etc. You're still going to be relatively targeted. Same with sponsored display. I have SP and SD. That's my bad. Same with sponsored display, where you're going to be on similar to advertised products, so it's still going to go ahead and put you in the right place at the right time. It's just a matter of, can we get that CPC low enough for how broad we're going. Sponsored products catch-all auto hits 99.9% of the time. Sponsored display is a little bit more finicky. These are only really good for brands with super large catalogs. I wouldn't recommend it if you have 2 products. That's just a normal auto campaign. So really that's everything. That's the different campaign structures you'd want to use to be successful. That's how we set up our businesses campaigns. And yeah, if you want any additional support, if you want access to the Excel, if you want us to give a look at your strategy, feel free to reach out. Never hesitate. I'm here to help. Thanks, and have a wonderful rest of your day.